When I saw that picture last night, certainly it was a sucker punch. I think for me and for a lot of people from minority communities, it really makes you start to think, when is this ever going to end? You work so hard, you go to school, you know you have to be just a little bit better than the next person because you have to prove just a little bit more. You succeed, you go on in your career, maybe you even become the mayor. And then you're reminded, in the worst possible way, that people you respect, people you admire, people who are allies in the battle with you, still need a little bit of education. And to me, what is deeply troubling here is not the hot takes on the election and the politics. Look, this will have, I think, very little impact. People have made up their minds on issues like this and from a very base political level. What bothers me is that we have not made the space in this country to have a real conversation about what is happening in terms of our diverse, pluralistic ideal in this nation. So yeah, I happen to think the Prime Minister and I are the same age. So I happen to think that when I was 29 in 2001, in a world that was awakening in its racial consciousness, in a world where Islamophobia was on the rise, even before the events of later that year, that I probably would have stopped and thought, well, this is not an appropriate thing to do. Do I think that the Prime Minister was acknowledging or actively being a racist? Do I think that he looked at himself in the mirror on the way to the party and said, wow, this is super racist and I'm going to do it anyway? Of course not. Of course not. But I think we have to ask ourselves why enough people in 2001 thought that was okay.